Hi, everybody. Welcome back to episode 4.
Yes,
Hello.
you got it right this time.
Between the Rows, 1871. Oh boy, it's been a ride so far. I don't think I have a whole lot of announcements. Basically the same things that I do every time, which is if you haven't seen the original Between the Rows, watch it. It's on YouTube, Spotify, other places. I don't know which ones, but someone probably does.
This guy.
This is pre-recorded. I'm talking to you from the past.
Sup, Lydia?
Ugh, not again.
Hey, Grant. Oh, I'm
No,
getting deja
don't
vu
keep
again.
Other than that, if you aren't from the main kind of campaign that we normally run, it plays on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and DJ DMs it. It's really fun. We also have Table Scraps that we play on Thursdays, normally sometime afternoon. Yeah, stop by, say hello, watch a thing. It'll be great. It's awesome. It's fun. But I'm pretty sure this is time for Drew to roll that clip. Hit that intro.
Welcome, weary wanderer. Be you friend or foe, where winds of fate have begun to change the land of Chicago. There, money, magic, and mystery flow like blood and wine, and traitors lie waiting patiently, counting borrowed time. Beneath the streets and alleyways, a labored breathing slows, as ravenous flames await their prey and burn between the rows.
Welcome, everybody. Let's for a brief recap.
I love Erin's like weird introduction. She's like, "Hi,
Hey, it's us. We're playing a game. Last time on Between the Rows, 871.
71."
Our group was traveling through an underground labyrinth of sorts. Stumbled across a number of special rooms. What are you laughing at?
You're glitching out.
You're like, we can hear what you're saying.
Like,
but
we
it's
know
like
what you're
a
saying,
robot.
but it's like, it's...
We're keeping it. We
Oh,
can
well.
still know what you're saying.
Are we good?
Go ahead,
we're
Sully.
good.
Good?
Don't worry about it. You're doing great.
They went through a labyrinth of sorts and encountered a number of strange rooms. The first one being a large round room, which they discovered to be a symbol of the Well of Knowledge guarded by Mimir in Norse mythology. They managed to solve that puzzle and input the all-seeing eye of Odin into the pedestal in the middle, proceed on to the next room. The next room the next room was Geb. It was a triangle.
Yeah.
Egyptian mythology. They managed to solve that puzzle by using the doors that represented Shu, the Egyptian god of air, to prevent Net and Geb from ever reaching each other, aka the sky and the earth. Then proceeded down another hallway, and one of them, named Aubrey Jones, walked into a small kind of homey room with a woman inside. The door, unbeknownst to them, has closed and shut so that it cannot be opened by Benedict, Lucio, and Sylas. They are left to helplessly listen through the door what is happening in the room beyond. Aubrey talked a little bit with the woman sitting in a rocking chair by the fire. She revealed herself to be for the Choctaw tribe, Grandmother Spider. she also revealed that she was known by many names and different personas, including the Firekeeper from the Potawatomi. The Potawatomi being kind of the main tribe, and actually a combination of 3 tribes in the Chicago area. Aubrey has been told that she has a trial ahead of her that can only be done by her. And just as Grandmother Spider was beginning to stand up, that is where we left off in the last episode. So, picking up right where we were, Grandmother Spider very slowly stands up. She's old. And says, Miss Aubrey, right?
Yeah.
You seem very tense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Okay.
So you can relax.
Yeah. Working on it.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should start over here. And she leads you. There's like a little like pottery wheel that is kind of sitting in the corner that does have a kind of a mound of wet clay on it. And she says, take a seat. You're already sitting on the stool for it.
Okay.
DM, real quick. What would you say are the chances that Sylas Espacio, a man of the family business, would happen to know at least a little bit of Morse code?
That's an excellent question. Could you please roll a learning check for me? See if you know Morse code.
Sure.
That's really clever.
Sure. Okay, please.
I didn't know Sylas was proficient in scatting.
Wow. Talent.
That was amazing.
Okay.
Talent in its purest
I've
form.
never heard better scat. It's so jazzy.
So 2 5s and a 6.
Hey, you got a 6 in there. You know a bit of it. Like you know your letters pretty well. Sometimes you get them mixed up, but for the most part, yeah, you know it.
Okay. So, if possible, I would just like to knock on the door. Something that Aubrey taught me. Because I assume Aubrey's really smart, and she probably knows Morse code too.
Oh, thank goodness. I just double checked. Morse code was created in 1848, so we're good.
Sylas was the one who invented Morse code. Don't you?
Right.
Well,
yeah,
actually, it was actually starting to pick up at the time because either the phone, what is the
Telegraph or something?
Yeah,
like that?
telegraph was becoming popular.
We're at the paper dungeon. We care about continuity.
Yes.
Yeah.
we care about,
But
you know,
we care about education.
We're incredibly realistic here.
Yes. What would make sense as something that they would say often to each other? Oh dear.
Starch.
Love you, babe.
Starch.
Hey, just say hey.
What about corn?
Sup,
I'm starting to panic now for Lydia.
Lamau.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Okay,
let me
make it a
spell out the
gambling
situation
term.
for you. Your true love is stuck in a room with a beyond.
I get that.
thing.
I
Yeah,
get
set
that.
the scene.
She has
Set the
to
scene,
endure
Grant.
a trial, and you're
Grant,
outside the door.
I know.
And the only way you can communicate with him with Morse code. What would Sylas say?
Well, you run a casino. Say like Queen of Hearts or something.
What does that mean?
But what would that mean?
Well,
No.
theoretically speaking, we would already
think
have
he's trying
established
to-
what that would mean.
I think he's just trying to get your attention at this point.
Oh, I thought he was going to say
Here,
something
actually,
like,
let me flip to a random note page.
like say apple if in danger.
Oh, you
or
do
like-
have. Don't.
Let's have safe words.
Well, oh wait, no, that's in the main campaign that we have an emergency word, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yes.
that was what was that? That's
Kumquat.
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 Yeah.
Good
Oh
stuff.
no, that's not a good
Check
page
out the
to
main
flip
campaign
to.
if you want to know what we're talking about.
That's right.
Okay, well, what are you trying to basically?
So
How about
theoretically,
you
DM,
just type out your message?
I want. Well, I don't know what my message is.
No. How about you just say what you're trying to say, and we'll say that you use some sort of code.
I'll assign something to it. I have notes on so many things.
Well,
So just say what you're
okay.
trying to say, and I'll give something
because
to it.
basically, I just want to encourage her, because I imagine confidence is not her strong suit. So I like to imagine that there would be like some sort of thing that he often says to encourage her in moments of stress.
That's really sweet. Yeah, you
Aw.
can make anything else, but anything up, buddy.
Sure, I like Queen of Hearts. Let's go with that one.
Boom.
That's I kind of get it now. Like she's the Queen of Hearts.
Gross.
I just say something along the lines of, and DM, tell me if I can't do this. Mind over matter, my Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, it takes a while. Morse code isn't exactly the fastest messaging system.
Do I hear it?
There is a very muffled, distant thumping that you can probably turn into, like, you're like, well, that's a weird. Oh, there's like a pattern.
Oh.
Okay, this is a okay.
How do you do like the
like a
dashes?
whole
Do you like drag
sentence.
your fist across the door?
It's just a pause.
No, there's dots and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
but there's
Morse
pauses
code.
between. Isn't there pauses between the dashes? I don't
Don't
know.
overthink it. I can barely hear it.
Because I thought the dashes were you holding down the button.
I don't know. They do
Uh,
it.
If it's
we're
knocking,
taking
then it's a
too much
pause.
time on this. Okay, so do I get the message at all?
Yes,
after
you get the
2
message.
minutes of
Okay.
knocking.
No, you guys can keep talking about this if you want to.
No, I
Got
mean
plenty of
Morse
time.
code takes 2 minutes on the door, and she's just sitting there.
It's like, hold on.
Grandmother Spider is just kind of sitting there, confused.
Okay,
She doesn't know what Morse code is.
You can continue, sorry.
Yeah, that's right, you ancient spirit. You don't know what's up with
Hey,
these modern times.
Thank you very much. I believe it's the Navajo are responsible for one of the greatest codes in history.
She
Lucio
doesn't know Morse code.
Lucio just instantly dies.
Don't tempt me.
What do I do now?
Well, you're going to want to start shaping it with your hands to form some kind of bowl shape. And she's going to do the, oh shoot, I can't remember the movie, but she's going to like lean over and kind of guide your hands.
Ghost. The
Yes, absolutely.
Karate Kid. Nailed
Okay.
it.
And so please, oh geez, I need to pull up the right page. Can you make an agility check? Have an additional +1 for this.
Okay.
I know you're incredibly skilled with agility.
No.
No.
More successes.
Things are not going too well.
I don't think I'm doing it right.
You would be right. That is incorrect.
I'm right and I'm in what I said, or I'm right in this pottery.
No, this pottery is not right. It's a bowl. What you've made is a plate.
Oh, can I just like lift the sides up and then?
That's what we're going to be working on.
Okay.
All right. It is the strangest, like, conversation that you're hearing on the other side of this door, because like you're like, oh my god, is she in danger? Is she gonna die? And then it's just like, no, a little gentler.
Oh,
Okay,
I broke
so-
it.
Okay. Yep. Now let's just recombine it all and start from the
Start
beginning.
over. Okay.
Yep. All right. Now you're gonna push. It's
Okay.
like 10 minutes
Sprinkle some
of
water.
you guys listening to someone teach someone how to do pottery.
Nice.
But eventually, you do manage to create this kind of like, it's not like, wow, this will be
Not
in
an
a
incredible.
museum for ages.
That's
But it's
right.
like a bowl, and you do manage to like afterwards create a like lid covering that will top it. And she kind of helps you make sure that it'll fit and everything like that.
It is Incredible, Mr. Incredible's cousin?
No.
Hold on.
Fire.
Did you
It's
say
not that
this
good.
Did you say this took hours?
No, like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Nothing
My
crazy.
head said
God
hours.
dang, it's not that bad.
I'm not that bad.
Aubrey's really
Lucio
struggling.
goes and just sits down and just focuses on breathing.
Yep. At this point in time, while she is learning to do stuff, if you have like physical or mental conditions, you can choose to use your memento to heal one of those. If you would,
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
just in case it might like save your life.
Yeah, I take out my pocket watch. I'm just sitting there like, back against the wall, just put my knees up, and I just kind of like look at it. See the picture of my son, Marius. Single tear rolls down my face.
What do you got there, Lucio?
Nothing. It's just he goes with it, tucks it away. Just a little reminder.
Benedict just kind of turns towards him and he says, I saw it earlier. It's a picture of a younger man. Was that you?
I wish. No, it was a picture of my son, Marius.
I didn't know you had a son. You've never mentioned him.
Well, he died, so.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. How long ago? How long ago did that happen?
Let's see. Well, I was probably, I think it was 19 years ago, maybe 18.
How old are you now?
I'm 61.
You would have been a similar age to my mother. I also lost somebody. Did you lose him to the in-between?
Yes and no. Not so much the in-between, but there was a Vicen who killed him. It's actually what gave me the sight.
Do you know why?
No.
It keeps me up at night. I don't know why either. I was 8 when it happened. It was
Because
night.
Vicen are monsters.
I walked into the living room, and in the moonlight, I saw a large, furry Vicen strike my mother. This right paw, or whatever it was. My father, he was blamed for it. Obviously, they didn't believe an 8-year-old who thought he saw a monster. My father was put on... He was incarcerated, and then later they decided that he did no longer earn the privilege to live because of that crime.
And that's why you became a PI.
Part of it. Part of it is the whole, there are people who have been wrongly convicted. I try to do my best to put an honest foot forward, but there's more to it than that. I also want to get to the bottom of these things. Clearly you're a victim of this as well. I think there are more victims of these things than we think there are. I think they're all over. I think they are pests. Not all of them, but the ones that cause harm, that hurt people. It's not right. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, if you were to ask me my opinion on Vicen, I think they all need to burn in hell, so.
Is that why you do what you do? I don't know what you do. But clearly you care an awful lot about your son. Did you see it happen? Does it keep you up at night? Clearly it does, as it does me.
Yes. You learn to live with it. Get up. Do your daily diligence. No, I do not serve Sylas because of my son.
That's what I was wondering. I'm glad you were frank about it. Sylas. Benedict turns to him and he says, do you have any events like this in your life due to Vysen? Why can you even see them? This is one thing that really, really befuddles me, is that I've never met anybody else who have been able to see these creatures, and for some reason we are all here and we can all see them. Sylas, is there anything like this that you've experienced that have given you this gift and curse?
By the way, Sylas is still like facing the door, like kind of like leaning against it at this point, and like continuing to knock on it. Basically,
he's just tapping out his Morse code as he's carrying a conversation.
Well, no, basically, because he's not doing like the full message, but I definitely imagine it's muscle memory for him just to knock out Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
So he's just been doing that like the whole time, just focusing on that.
Yep, it's mainly just been shortened to like QOH.
Yeah.
Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts.
And he just stops momentarily. Well, I never lost someone. But, I started to see it after I woke up in a burnt field.
How old were you?
Young.
Strange. And Aubrey? Do you know if she's experienced any of these things with Vysen, or can she just see them as well?
That is her story to tell.
I'll make a note to ask her. It makes me wonder if there's a reason for them to give us this sight. More on that later. We'll talk. The you know, in Star Wars when they have like those swooping like transitions, it's like a swooping transition. And then it goes.
Lucio, you used your memento so you can heal one of your physical conditions.
I am no longer wounded, but just battered and exhausted.
Ooh. That's
nice.
Not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Your lungs are. Is it kind of that sitting down and letting the blood stop pumping and like flooding the holes in your chest? Kind of let it clot, and you're like, for a brief moment, I can breathe like half full again.
Yeah, exactly.
His chest is no longer like whistling every time he breathes.
Yep. Aubrey, you have Grandmother Spider has led you over to where the kind of like clay mud fireplace is. And she says, now the next step to pottery is to fire the clay. So we are going to place it into the kiln, or in this case, over top the fire, and let it harden, and then I will teach you the next step.
Okay.
She hands you kind of like, it's almost like a one of those like pizza spatulas, like the big little ones, but it's made of like a metal or stone. It's hard to tell, but it's very cold. She sets your piece on top of that and says, you see at the far back of the fireplace, there's a tray to set it on. Go ahead.
Okay. She does it.
Yep. You reach far.
You instantly burn.
Can you roll a fear test for me?
Does she have advantage because of me?
I will give you a +1, and this is just contested with logic or empathy.
Yes, you did it, Sylas. You encouraged
This was
her.
my only goal.
The Morse code was worth it.
Oh god.
Go, Lydia.
No successes?
Why?
No success.
So I would assume, so when a fear test occurs, first off, you take one mental condition. Second, you have an option. One of several options when you fail a fear test. You can either fall unconscious, freeze, run away, or attack the nearest thing with whatever you have in your hand.
Do it.
She
Attack-
just
attack
smacked.
Grandma Spider.
You just crack her across the face
Fuck.
with a piece of pottery.
Oh no, she'd freeze.
Yep. You get your hand like almost above the fireplace, and then you just stop cold. Grandmother Spider leans in and says, "Do you plan to hold it there the entire time?"
I love how sassy she is.
She's been around a long time.
No.
Okay. You see, you still look really afraid, and I'm kind of lost here. Do you want to take a break, sit down, talk some, or?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay. The pottery can wait a little bit, although I don't suppose you have a whole lot of time.
No, not a lot of time.
She like helps you away from the fireplace. She pulls over the pottery stool and sets the kind of tray on the counter. Like guides you over, like sits you on the stool, gets back in a rocking chair. She says, "You seem to be struggling with something.
Yeah.
Okay, would you like to tell me what it is?"
Fire.
Queen of hearts. Queen of hearts. Queen of hearts.
Fire.
Okay. You are afraid of it? Well, that makes a lot of sense. Fire can be very dangerous. But it isn't always wrong or bad.
I know.
Okay. Why are you afraid of fire?
And she rolls up her sleeves
And
and shows her arms.
tell me, Aubrey, what does Grandmother Spider see when you roll up your sleeves?
So up her arms are these, they're very old, but they are these burn scars that go up both her arms.
You see her brow kind of furrow, and she looks down and says, "You had a run-in with the flame once. Was it your mistake or someone else's?"
Mine.
Okay. What did you do wrong?
I mean, I didn't know he wasn't gonna be hurt by it.
I'm sorry, what?
My Sylas, he's one of them out there.
Okay.
This thing happened and there was fire and I thought he was going to get hurt, but he wasn't going to get hurt, and I tried to get him out and it hurt me.
You see her eyes kind of glisten for a moment, and you can tell that things are like beginning to click for her. Not just because she's a spider, but but she says, "That would be the smoke that I smelled. I assumed that something was just stuck in the flue again."
What?
Oh, the stench coming off of him is horrible.
What do you mean?
I could smell it coming from a mile away. I assumed something lit on fire from one of the lower tunnels. But I mentioned that there are Well, I said that flames aren't always bad, but there are some flames that always are. Well, maybe they weren't always, but they are now.
How do you know which ones are?
Well, most of the time, flames are pretty neutral. They can be wielded to harm, wielded to hurt, but depending on who you are or, well, what you are, sometimes that can change. When I first stole the flame, it was only one type. It was always neutral, which is why the fire that humans have now remains that way. But some people took fire, or it was given to them, and they only wanted it for bad reasons, to punish others, to use in greed, and that fire became unkind. But it has been a long time since I have seen that fire embody someone.
Is it embodying Sylas?
Well, I certainly smell it, but it explains a lot as to why you're here.
What is that? What do you mean?
Well, I am not the only of the stronger Vicen here. I came here because I assumed I would be needed, and I believe that is the case. I don't know what the other thing is, but it is not very friendly.
But what does it have to do with Sylas?
I don't think that it's it that wants him, but perhaps something else. I don't know, but I do know that you will need to learn what I'm going to teach you very badly.
Okay.
So should we step back to it?
Yeah.
By the way,
Excellent.
at this point, the Lucio and Benedict can see Sylas very confused and contemplating.
Great.
Well, then,
Sorry.
Oh,
What
yes.
was that? We didn't hear you.
Huh?
wait, DJ. There you go.
Sylas,
Yeah.
you all there?
Yeah.
I'm too old for you to lie to me.
Just, a long time ago now, Aubrey and I, we were together, and we were asleep. I had this dream, almost like being inside a furnace while it was lit. And Aubrey afterwards mentioned that I'd lit fire, but only she got burnt.
I take out a set of matches.
Yep. They're a bit wet.
I didn't get in. I didn't get in the water.
It's
Yeah, but the
Russian-
water was like flowing through the door and stuff. So
Oh, okay, alright.
some of them are probably still dry enough to
phosphorus.
light.
It's a chemical reaction.
I light it.
Yep, you take one of the drier ones. It flickers to life.
Try it.
Put your finger in it. Come on.
I touch what? Okay, I touched the fire.
It burns.
Ow.
Well, that was
Not all fire.
interesting.
DM.
Yeah.
Has Benedict in any of his cases ever heard of something like this? Somebody just lighting
There
on
have
fire?
been, I mean, spontaneous combustion
Right.
isn't common,
Yeah,
but it's
they
a
do it.
theory that
Sparks
like
fly
some
every
people
day.
have started on fire randomly. Lydia can probably tell you more about that, and so can Aubrey in that respect.
I'm sure she can. Benedict then says to Sylas, well, we can maybe look at more into that sometime. But remember, we're here for Vinnie right now. And as you know, we've both been through the ringer with this stuff. It's not fun losing somebody to these things. I assure you, we will find him. We will not let the Bison win this time. Keep your head in the game.
I just go back to knocking.
Yep. Aubrey. Please make another fear test. I will give you a +2 this time.
That gives me better odds. Please.
Using either logic or empathy.
Oh, I got 1. I didn't see it. I got real scared. I have 1.
Yep. You manage to very slowly, like one eye open, kind of like reach in and set it on that back kind of shelf in the like kind of oven of sorts. Grandmother Spider continues to rock in her chair. And after several minutes passed of like just the crackling of flames and the creak of the old chair, she says, you can take it out now. It would normally take much longer, but this is the first fire, so it runs a bit hotter.
Okay. I'm going to take it out.
I'm not going to have you roll a fear test for this. This is a small enough fire, and you have already conquered.
I already
this one
conquered
once.
it. Heck yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Good job, Aubrey, Queen of Hearts.
So you, once again, this time both eyes kind of open. You keep your arm high above the flames, pull out your piece, and it isn't anything to like write home about. It's like the same level of pottery as like someone who has never done pottery before.
Yeah.
But it's like, congratulations. It's like a kindergartner when they have the like special day in
Like
art
pinch
class.
pot.
Yeah,
that
they're
you
like,
make,
oh,
yeah.
congratulations. That's so good. I'm gonna like hang it on my wall. The lid, the probably the most important part about it is that the lid does sit snugly in the top of the pot. And she says, well, the last thing I have to teach you is you have to know how to gather fire, which is going to be probably your biggest test. And it may take a couple of tries. Let me just show you it first. She moves over to one of the pots that is sitting on the side, just a small, like little, like cup of sorts. She moves back over to the fireplace and almost just like dipping a glass into like a pool of water, she just puts her arm into the fire, pulls out the cup, and then puts the lid on top. And she like cracks it for a moment. You can see that there is just like, it almost looks like a pool of bright orange liquid. And then closes it. And then she just says, your turn.
Can I just take that one?
No, sorry.
Okay. She's gonna attempt.
Can you roll a learning check for me?
hearts. Queen
Nope.
of hearts.
Okay. You will take one physical condition. You reach your hand down towards the flame, and you just mentally you cannot. You're like, this woman is like made of magic. She is like an ancient god. I am Aubrey. Like, I am a person. I am a normal human being.
I don't know that.
And so you are. It does kind of lash up at you. And she says, "It's all right. I didn't expect it to work on the first try. One more time."
Are you sure?
I think there's a lot of things that you have wrong. But, and I don't just mean about this, I mean kind of in general. You've got a lot of problems. But I think right now the problem is that you are too stuck in your own head. You don't think you can.
No, I don't.
Then you never will. I could let you go without learning this.
No, Okay. You think I can?
I know you can.
You know a lot more than I do. And she's gonna try again.
Roll one more learning check, this time with a +1.
Queen of
You're the
hearts.
little train. I think I
Queen
can.
of
I think I can. I think I can.
Queen of hearts.
Oh, I got 2!
Trawling my
Excellent.
tracks. She's done it.
This time you just, instead of looking at what you're doing, you go into your kind of the same mental position that you are when you read books, where it is like a third person experience. What you are seeing is what you are reading. Except this time, all you are thinking of is the motion of Grandmother Spider. You keep the like half eye open, lean down, scoop, put the lid on. You reopen your eyes and crack the lid, and sure enough, there is a thin layer of golden orange liquid in the bottom of this cup. You gain access to the magic skill.
What?
Ooh.
What?
She gets a Magica bar now?
Magic is an attribute in this game that most people do not have access to.
Oh, yeah.
But if you are taught by a very strong Vicen, or acquire some form of magical item or something along those lines, then you can at times gain access to it, but it is very specific.
Nice.
I thought she was gonna die.
What?
I thought I was gonna die
She got this
too.
But you're at like 2
magic.
physical conditions?
2 physical.
So she's halfway there.
1 mental.
She almost
So your magic ability, specifically, you will have this attribute included. You have a 2 in this attribute. Not a lot, just 2. This is what you would roll to gather fire in the future. At this point in time, since you are being taught, this is like the most powerful place to do it. You think that it's a lot easier here than it would be just like at your house.
Mm-hmm.
But you think that you have a firm enough grasp on it that you probably could manage it. It would just take a bit more luck and effort.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, you would need a container for it. Like, you can't just hold it in your hands.
Uh-huh.
The actual kind of myth of Grandmother Spider, lots of animals tried to do it, and all of them failed. It's what caused the crow to become blackened, because it was originally white, and it hovered above the flames for too long that the smoke like darkened it and caused its like voice to be all like all crow-like.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can do a good crow. Today is not that day. The buzzard originally had feathers on its head, but that's where it kept the fire and it burned them all off.
Lots of birds tried, but lots of them just didn't succeed.
Yep, birds blew it. The possum tried to grab it with its tail.
That's
which is why possums don't have fur on their tails anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you can't just hold this in your hand.
Some cats just jumped in, and they just didn't have any more fur.
But if you have a container, then yes, you can attempt to manipulate fire into the container. It is a slow action to let it out.
Wait, so Aubrey's gonna burn down Chicago?
Oh, of course, it could be anyone. Because this goes for everyone. If someone else opens and lets out the fire, then it still becomes fire. Your only magic is getting it into the pot.
Ooh, let the
And it's still
fire
just
out.
neutral, normal fire. There's other fires at work.
Yeah.
Wow, Lydia, that
That's
was
sick.
Aubrey's. It was
Oh
so
gosh.
easy.
No,
Oh,
it
no.
really wasn't. It was painful.
Aaron muted me, but that was a double pun. I'm proud of it. You can continue now.
She sits back down in her chair and she says, you probably have a bit of a long time in front of you, so it may be advisable to rest up. The door clicks again. Sylas, you almost fall through.
I just stare wide-eyed at Aubrey before like rushing over and just like hugging her tightly.
I did it! 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 I did it!
What exactly did you do?
Look! And she just holds up the little jar.
Good job.
I
we
hobble over to
we
her.
heard that.
Does she have to hold it with both hands?
There isn't really anything keeping the lid on except for gravity.
Do I have a way of strapping this?
You see that
Do we have a
Grandmother
wristband?
Spider has been like weaving a like strap that fits over the top and kind of seals it shut.
Oh, that's cool.
When she finishes that, I just go over to Aubrey and we do our secret handshake.
It's kind of
Do you-
awkward because
do
one
you
hand
do
is
it-
like
Secret
holding the thing.
anymore.
Do you do it in front of Sylas?
Yeah.
It's a pretty open room.
They might die.
Noted.
Sylas will remember this.
Exactly. Yeah,
So-
that's right.
Sylas will betray Lucio because of this.
By the way, her sleeves are still rolled up.
Yeah.
I can gather fire.
That's quite impressive.
That's a thing I can do now.
Gather it like
Like,
Take
it's in
the-
here. There's fire in here.
yes, like wood that's
I
on
see
fire,
it?
perhaps.
I don't think
Can we
so.
open the jar? What happens if we open the jar?
I mean, I peeked at it.
Yeah, you can open it as long as you don't pour it out. It should maintain.
What
There
happens?
is a like warm glow that comes from it.
No, that's
See?
just water with a bunch of food coloring.
What's food coloring?
What
Gee, that's a great question.
What
I don't think
happens when the
food
fuel runs
coloring was invented that yet.
What, Benedict?
What happens when the fuel runs out or the oxygen is no longer available? He still hasn't peeked into the jar. He thinks it's just normal fire.
No, look at it.
1856.
Wally, my tracks. What is that?
That's fire.
Is it
That's
molten?
fire.
Like
I-
melted rock or
No.
metal?
No.
be lava or magma.
Strange.
Lava.
Lydia,
That's
where are Aubrey's gloves?
They're probably sitting near like the stool she was sitting at.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just I just picked those up. And I walk back over to her. Do you need these?
Oh. I guess not at the moment.
Okay. And I will. I'll find like her like I assume she has some sort of bag.
Yeah, it's a little like
No.
satchel.
Yeah, a small.
It's complete. It's very difficult though because it is completely filled with bugs.
That's okay. I just left open the lid and just sat on top, and then just set the lid back, like the flap back on it.
And
Excellent.
then Benedict will say, "It's okay, Aubrey. We could hear through the door."
Were you able
Sorry
to
that
hear
happened.
us?
I heard the knocking, but that was about all I got out of it.
Okay, that's good.
And then Benedict turns to the grandmother.
Yep. She's just
Says-
sitting, weaving.
He says, "I'm honored to be in your presence. There's a lot of tales about you, but you mentioned that there were other Vysen at work at whatever this is. And I don't know if you know a lot about why we're here, but even if that's the case, could you tell us kind of what's happening or shed some light on what we might need to expect? That would be most helpful."
I don't know a whole lot. I pretty much just go where I think people need my help. In an attempt to prevent, well, death and destruction. But, well, most of the time when things like this happen, things are more involved than you'd expect. My assumption is that all of you in some way, shape, or form have encountered or been affected by what lies ahead.
And where is the way leading us there?
She points, there's like a tapestry that kind of hangs on the wall, very similar to a bunch of other ones. And she says, the tunnel continues on that way, but I might advise getting a little bit of rest before you go.
That would be good.
It would be
You
nice.
will not
yes.
have safety past this point.
Are we heading back to the surface, or is it more of what we just went through?
It is higher, but I don't believe you will reach the above ground very quickly, at least.
Is that all right if we stay here?
Yes, of course, you will be safe here.
Just for a little bit.
How much time do we have?
Yeah. How much time has it been since I last checked in?
Since La Prophecy?
Lucio, is your pocket watch working?
I don't know, DM, does my pocket watch work?
I'm gonna say no.
Does my
It broke on the same day your son died.
does my
Yeah.
DM
That's
does
rough,
my
buddy.
pocket watch work?
Oof.
It broke on the same day your son. Yes, your pocket watch is functional.
Okay.
It appears as though it has been like 5 hours, give or take.
Okay.
The walk here and the waiting for it. So it is on the 7th, pretty early in the morning, according to your watch.
Is the 7th the day that we're supposed to be worried about?
No.
You were told that you had 2 days.
Yeah,
2 days. 8th is the day we're worried about.
We're doing great.
She does say, I would warn you, it's very difficult. Time does not move for us as it does for humans. It is rather subjective. So I think that you should be fine. But I can only ensure that you will have enough time left. I can't, stop time. So,
We will do what we can with what we have. We've made it this far.
well, I apologize. I don't have any beds or anything like that, but I do have a banquet of floor.
I see that.
So,
Lucio just lays down.
No.
Very
she does-
hospitable.
bring out some like big like hand woven blankets.
Nice.
Yes. Those are the best.
And she like parses them out to all of you. Do you guys head to sleep?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. And well, Benedict kind of, as he lays down, is going to sleep. He slips out a little rock from his pocket. It's in the shape of a chrysalis. And he begins mumbling to it. And most of it's pretty much just like talking through. He does this every night. It's like a diary. It's like he's kind of talking through what happened, what he learned. And he just kind of falls asleep, like nuzzling to his face like Sperk, like a little teddy bear.
This is the best thing I've ever done.
Eventually he's like, and they've all had terrible things happen to them because of bison and maybe and he said, I love you, Spark.
All begin to kind of
Wait.
drift off to sleep. Yes, Aubrey?
Aubrey does set up near Sylas, and she's just like whispering, and she's like, I did it. I didn't think I was going to do it, but I did it. It wasn't fun. I'm not good at pottery at all.
You did amazing. Like you always do.
That's really weird. I don't know why it fits in a jar and it looks like that. But I'll find out. And she kind of just keeps rambling.
I imagine, yeah.
She's gonna keep rambling until either Sylas or she falls asleep.
Yeah.
It is really difficult to tell if Aubrey is awake or not, because there has been times where you have carried on an entire conversation about.
Yeah, well,
by carried on, I mean
the
that she just talked about it while she was completely
Yeah,
asleep.
because the ancient Greeks and the Romans, they have because it was the only element that that humans could make.
It's
And
around
as-
make that
wait,
Aubrey
wait.
falls asleep.
And as Benedict, Aubrey, and Sylas fall asleep next to the ones they love, Lucio falls asleep in the corner wheezing, mourning his dead son.
You all drift off to sleep as a spindly song sung by Grandmother Spider begins to float through the air. It's at this point in time that we're going to take a quick break.
Oh my goodness.
Oh god.
Welcome back from break.
We're gonna die.
If you weren't here for the first half, Aubrey learned how to make pottery and learned magic, and everyone else talked about their dead relatives.
Whoa.
Well, except
Except for Sylas.
Vinnie's gone though, so that
He talked about like a burnt piece of wood or something.
So, am I no longer
Oh,
frightened,
frightened.
or am I still frightened from the beginning?
Oh, you're still frightened.
Oh yeah, good.
I will
been
allow
pretty
you
scared.
to, over the course of rest, you may each remove one physical condition.
Oh. Okay. Well, that doesn't help.
Wait, I can remove a physical condition?
You can remove a physical condition.
I'm vibing over here. I'm just tired. I'm not even battered anymore.
Bro, you just had a nap. Dude, up, buddy. Just kidding.
Healing takes a while, all right?
He basically almost died, so.
And then may I use my memento for my mental condition?
Please describe to me a scene where you use this memento.
So Aubrey's memento is her journal that she keeps with her. So
Mhm.
she sits down and she kind of, especially after her encounter with Grandmother Spider,
Mhm.
she's kind of re-going through all of her notes that she's collected on fire, on the different legends of fire. Especially, she's going back to her notes on Grandmother Spider and
Yeah.
like the Potawatomi tribe and things like that, and is just like looking at it from like trying to look at it from that different perspective that Grandmother Spider gave her.
Excellent. Yes, you may remove a condition of your choice.
Yay!
Well done, Aubrey.
You all are in the depths of sleep. Silas. Can you please?
I don't wanna.
Can you roll an empathy
No.
force check?
Empathy force
Use
check?
your empathy, but if you are proficient in force, you may add the force die to that.
So
Pushing
John,
against it
you,
with his
there is no
feelings.
proficiency.
Okay. I'm very scared now.
Oh my gosh.
Not again.
No good?
Sylas.
Your dreams are plagued with fire and brimstone. They swirl all around you in a roaring inferno that sears the flesh from your muscle and bone time and time again as it regrows and begins to fry you to a crisp as you heal once again and fried. An endless circle. This is not too uncommon for your dreams. What is uncommon is that you start to hear other things in the fire. You hear cries of pain and torment ripple through these waves of burning flame. Can you roll an observation check for me?
An observation check. Okay. I'm slightly better at that.
Liz.
Nope.
What?
The screams continue. One of them you recognize. It is the voice of your brother, crying out in pain. Yeah, exactly like that.
Sorry.
But then you hear a different voice. This ancient rumble. It almost comes, it feels like it's resonating through your spine to your sternum, like deep within the core of your body, almost like it's your own voice that's speaking. And the voice says to you, "Just a little farther, my flame. Hurry now. Your brother weakens by the second." You are awoken slowly as that voice tapers off and the screams begin to dull and fade away and mute. And the fire around you in your dream begins to lessen and flicker and fade. You open your eyes to a grandmother spider standing above you. Under one arm, she has a rather large, like, vase or jug, and she is just scooping what appears to be liquid flame off of you and putting it into the jar. And she leans down and she says, "That didn't seem great."
Nobody else is awake?
No. You can tell off of the scorch marks, they got within probably 3 inches of where Aubrey is sleeping.
That would have been embarrassing.
I stand up like in a hurry.
Yep. The fire dies down now that you're fully awake.
I just like look around, try to take in my surroundings.
There is it looks like burnt stone surrounding you. You do notice that instead of the kind of burnished or burnt orange color that glowed coming from Aubrey's cup, inside of the jug, it is the color of fresh blood, like a deep crimson.
What did you see?
You started on fire, dear. Although, and she is now kind of walking around, still kind of in a whisper, very carefully as to not wake the others. Although I hear that's not entirely uncommon for you. She puts a lid on it and sets one of the jars off to the side.
It's happened a few times before. Just kneel down next to Aubrey.
She's fine. I noticed the fire before it got too extensive.
What am I supposed to do?
About what?
I can't let it hurt her.
I'm sure you heard through the door. There are some flames that are kind, some flames that are not, and most are very neutral. I'm sure you know what type of flame yours is. But I think after you are done here, you will not have to worry about it hurting her.
Okay.
She pauses for a moment and then seems to consider something. She shuffles over and grabs a smaller, cup, a little smaller than the one that Aubrey made.
Mm-hmm.
She brings it over and then opens the jar holding yours, dips in that cup, shuts it, and then puts a lid on it. She wraps some cloth around it and holds it out to you.
I take it.
I can't get rid of all of it. All I did was contain the little bit that was coming out of you while you were asleep. So it's still within you.
Okay. I put it in my satchel, my bag.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a moment and look further up the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. You kind of pull aside the little claw.
Should I just go?
Alone?
I mean, they can't get hurt if I just go.
Fire can hurt everyone indiscriminately.
But my flame won't be near them.
Perhaps. But I have some in this room.
Your fire doesn't want to hurt people.
I have fire from many things. But I still have what I just took from you. I just don't expect you to lug around an entire jug.
Just takes one step back and then another before just very, very slowly just slinking down, just sliding down the wall
Down the tunnel?
No.
Oh.
Like you know, like when like you're like really like overwhelmed or tired, you just like
Oh,
back into
gotcha.
the
You do
wall
the
and
like
just like slowly like just slide down it as you like sit down.
I thought you were like burner. Yeah, you take an exhausted sit down. She says, I do think that we should wake the others up quickly. I'd assume that you don't have a whole lot of time left.
I pull out my pocket watch. What time does it show on there?
It looks like only maybe like 2 hours has passed. 2-3 hours.
Okay. I just walk over to Aubrey and just, you know, gently wake her up.
And then Greg's rump and
Aubrey, I think it's time we get going.
Right.
You see Grandmother Spider has thrown like a floor blanket over where you were sleeping, Sylas, so that it covers all of the edges of the scorched ground.
Does Sylas look like shaken up at all, or?
I mean,
Or has he got like a poker face on?
is there a skill for this DM?
Yeah, it would be stealth to attempt to hide your emotions.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try that because I don't want Aubrey to be concerned.
I would also allow this will be contested, so Aubrey roll an observation.
Oh boy, Lady gets to roll. Shoot, I might as well just tell her.
He's like, loser.
I didn't get any.
I got 2 successes.
Too early.
He looks like he's been wandering through a maze for like several hours and had to deal with several near-death experiences, so he probably looks around the same as you do.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You feeling all right? Yeah.
Better.
Good. I give her a kiss.
Aww.
Whoa! Nice.
She kind of like looks around to see if the others are awake, and then is like,
Yeah, Benedict. Oh, also, it was kind of difficult to sleep because, as we have confirmed, Lucio snores like
Insanely loud.
It is
the lung thing too.
echoing.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh my god! It's like you're pretty sure you can see him like drooling blood.
Oh god.
It's a mixture of both blood and saliva.
You can see multiple spots on his shirt.
Also, just like looking directly at you.
Oh, yes, that's right, because he has sleep with his eyes open. I forgot about how good this was.
That's horrible.
I think is he sleeping?
Oh, yes, yes. Lucio gets like that. He sleeps with his eyes open and snores very loudly. In fact, the snoring is how you know he is asleep.
At least we know he's alive. What was that for?
Just in case. And I walk over and wake up Lucio.
Oh, thank goodness.
What?
Lucio, it's time for us to get going again, my butler.
My butler?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a compliment from Sylas.
I like it.
Aubrey peeks around. You are terrifying when you sleep.
You guys kissed.
What?
Yeah.
It's hard to know if it was a dream or reality, Lucio.
I stand up.
Lucio, you really should make sure that you're careful about just making up things.
Yeah, that's just so ridiculous. I go and wake up Benedict.
He has a mark on his face from where Sperk was. Like,
Hey,
oh,
it's
and he
time.
tucks-
It's time to wake up.
puts it in his vest pocket, and he goes, Aubrey. Oh man, we all right. We're in.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
It's go time.
But I was thinking, I was talking to Spur. I was thinking last night, and you do research on the in-between. I do, investigation. Our skills together would be fantastic, and we should just work together professionally after this. Try to get to the bottom of this thing. I think that would be great. And you, Lucio. I don't have a father. You don't have a son. We should get a drink sometime. We should be friends, right? Like, that would be great. And
Benedict,
Sylas, we're gonna get Vinnie. Don't you worry. We're gonna get Vinnie and put an end to this.
You want to know what this sounds like to me?
What?
This is the scene where like the police force is about to enter the building with the criminals and stuff in it, and this guy's like, man, I can't wait to get done with this gig. I'm getting married to my wife in 2 days, and after that I'm not gonna come back to this. I already put in my 2 weeks, and little Martha, she's already got a baby on the way. And I'm just so excited. I hear it's going to be a baby girl. I'm so ready to be there. And he immediately gets shot.
Well, that's not what's going to happen here, because Benedict is a freaking...
You hear a gunshot.
I'll just go over
It's
to
just Sylas, like, what are you saying to Aubrey, bro? Just with the gun in his hand.
I'll go over to Benedict. I'll just kind of pull him in for a hug.
Aww.
Your lungs are good enough that you can do that again, yes.
Benedict starting to wake up a bit more now. Just kind of pauses and kind of pushes Lucio away a bit.
It kind of hurts.
Okay.
Thanks, Lucio. Yeah, we'll talk.
All right, champ.
What?
What?
Well, yes, we have a job to do.
Yes.
Let's
Let's keep this professional.
I should describe.
I love you, Lucio.
You guys, I assume that you head to the. You head through the curtains.
Oh my god, we're gonna actually kill DJ.
I'm fine with it.
Wait, I was looking at something else. What did I miss?
Oh,
As we're walking
it's
towards the
cool.
tunnel, Benedict
just two bros being cute.
No, okay.
pretty much.
You guys
God.
head into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Aubrey does go over to grandmother's bed and she's like, thank you. Am I allowed to hug you?
I suppose so.
Burst in the flame.
Okay. And she's gonna give her a hug.
She hugs you back. Yeah, she hugs you.
Okay, cool.
It feels nice.
Good.
It's like
You got me
hugging
real
a grandma.
nervous there when you
It's really
You
paused.
die. Please roll.
No.
Please roll a fear check as you realize that grandmother spider has 4 legs, 2 of which come out of her shoulder and are reversed.
No.
Just so you know, the image of grandmother spider by the Choctaw is 2 reverse sets of legs with a fire being carried in a vase on the back. So that's how she is supposed to have 4 legs. But
Well, yeah, well, Aubrey
A bit
thanks her,
different.
hugs her,
Happens.
and then carries on.
the tapestry that you pull to the side actually has grandmother spider's imagery on it. The 2 sets of legs, 1 in reverse, with the fire being carried on her back. But as you enter into the hallway, it is like a dark stone that you actually notice, Sylas, you especially. You notice that it isn't that the stone is darker, it is like soot. Like there's a film of soot that covers the stone walls. You climb this passageway. Eventually the sound of crackling fire flickers away. It is just the sound of walking. Sylas, you hear what is your guys' marching order?
I assume I'm in front with...
We would be right
I'll
there
hold
with
up.
Sylas.
I'll hold up the rear.
Awesome.
Benedict is holding Lucio's hand. I'm just kidding. No, but I think, I guess maybe Benedict offers an arm to Lucio
Yeah.
because he's like,
Since you're walking in front of me, I'll hold your shoulder.
Yep.
yeah, it works. That works.
Like, good old hand.
And Benedict just kind of patting it like it's okay.
Sylas, you hear a voice, the same voice from your dream, which is concerning because you're used to dreaming of fire.
Right.
The voice is new, but it's never really affected you while you're awake.
Mm-hmm.
But that same voice, this time not like echoing from your core, just in the back of your mind, says, I would run, little flame.
I look around for a moment. Do I see anything around us?
Nothing at the moment. But the voice comes back. And it says, that spider has meddled for the last time. There's a little bit of a tremor. A little thread-lined crack appears in the wall at your side.
I think we should start moving quickly.
I agree.
As I like kind of grab Aubrey's arm and start running.
Oh, okay.
This time you all feel the tremors as a larger crack splits along the ceiling. I need everyone to make an agility check.
I'm so good at those.
Are the walls continuing to like crack more as we move?
Okay. Agility.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
The
and then
agility check is because the tunnel is beginning to cave in.
okay.
Since we're all helping each other, do we
Question.
all get like a plus?
Oh, there's no help here.
Question.
One success.
Yes.
I'm still have one physical condition. That's -1.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
I mean, does Aubrey have a little bit of help? Because I grabbed her and started pulling.
Nope.
Okay.
I will give you a +1 though, Sylas, because you were warned.
My one chance. No, it's a 3.
My gosh. Good thing she's in the front though.
She just causes Benedict and
We all-
Lucio to
we all
trip.
trip
We all
over
die.
her.
Silas watches all of us get crushed.
I just want
I knew I should have gone alone.
How many people got one success?
I got 2 successes.
Sylas, you start running, and it's very much the scene where it's like the roof is crumbling just behind you.
Mhm.
You're like tugging
great.
Aubrey along with you. All of you who rolled 1 success will take 1 physical condition.
Oh no!
Those of you who rolled 0 will take 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Do I take Eddie because I rolled 2?
No, Sylas, you have negated both of the physical damage situations. Aubrey, you're getting like tugged along by Sylas, but your foot still isn't great. And at one point in time, like you slip out of his hand because you're like, you just trip on your leg. A rock cracks you across the head. But you manage to like, he turns around, just kind of like pulls you back up and keeps going.
I just pick her up and start running.
Yep, Lucio and Benedict, very much the same situation. Like, roof, and just one of the walls collapses in, and just absolutely like sideswipes Benedict. Lucio, you have to like crawl underneath this slab of stone.
Not today, son.
Before one of them like hits you in the like shoulder. As you sprint out of this collapsing tunnel. You end up as the walls kind of seal shut behind you as you burst into kind of a more open area that isn't collapsing. You open up into a large, I don't want to say banquet hall, but very similar in structure to like a banquet hall. There is not a large table at the front. I would compare it more to a throne room. It is long and rectangular. At the very end of it, you can see that there are two like flowing like water features that are on either side of the hall. Far above you, there are like golden chandeliers that hang in the ceiling with flickering candles in them. At the very end of this rather extravagantly decorated, there are like stained glass windows, but they are completely dark. It is hard to even tell what the stained glass is because there's no light coming through. At the very end of the this throne room, instead of a throne, there is a small square platform. Connected to each corner, there are 4 shackles. And the shackles lead to a figure kind of lying in like a fetal position. You can see the clothes on his back have been ripped and burnt. There are claw marks and wounds covering the majority of his body. Half of his head has had the hair burnt off of it. But you can tell, Sylas, that this is your brother.
I immediately run over to him.
It is a pretty long room. And you get about halfway across when you hear a door open somewhere and the sound of footsteps. Not in the room yet, but approaching the room.
Okay. I run over to him.
I'm running after Sylas.
I suppose we're probably all kind of hurriedly
Paul
walking towards there.
Awesome. You sprint over to Vincent.
Vinnie, are you all right?
We found him. I told you we would.
Can you roll a medicine check for me?
Yes, I can.
Curse these ancient rooms and halls. We need to get out of here.
Okay. 1 success.
Vinnie is not dead,
Hey.
but he is not very lucid right now.
Oh.
So basically he's like chained up in all limbs, basically.
Oh no, the chains are long enough. You think that the chains are long enough that if he were to walk, he could get to any edge, but he could not step off of the area where he's chained.
Are there locks on them, or is it?
You don't see any locks on the shackle.
Okay.
I guess let's try to get him out, right?
How?
Pulling at the chains, like trying to open up the shackles. Does anything work, DM? Is it all solid?
You don't even see how the actual like manacles close.
Oh, they're just solid metal?
They're like solid rings of iron
Gotcha.
that surround his wrists.
Something to break the chain, perhaps?
Is there anywhere to hide in the room?
Probably. You could always hide, like, you think that the pools of water on either side that are like gently flowing by are probably deep enough for you to like stand in, up to like neck level. There are some like light fixtures and stuff around. There are columns on either side that you can, like, depending on the angle, you could hide behind. So you could attempt to hide somewhere.
Does the footsteps from the staircase, do we see like where they might be coming from? Like, is it above us?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Well, whatever's coming might not be friendly. We either hide or try to get him out now.
Okay, well, looking at my equipment, I don't have anything of getting him out quietly.
Can I shoot one of the shackles?
If he does that, then Benedict will do that as well.
You
if they
please
start
roll
getting
a
Maybe the
ranged
chains.
combat check.
Yeah, that maybe the chain.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
like,
where it attaches to the platform. Or
yeah,
whatever.
like shooting
Yeah.
Ain or whatever.
Obviously not gonna hit Vinnie, not my boy.
Silas,
You're like,
get on
put him
another.
out of the misery.
There's 4 of these, right?
2 successes.
3 successes?
2 successes.
2 successes.
No successes, but 3 ones. It's gotta mean something, right?
If I guess
Let's
I mean
make ours.
I'll shoot too if I see them shooting.
Before you
Percent?
do anything, Lucio, you fire. You're like, this should be the best place to shoot. You fire the shot. It hits the chain and the bullet bends.
Oh,
The chain does
fantastic.
not. The chain does not even dent.
It's the scene from the old Superman movie where like the bullet like hits his eye. you
Yeah,
watch
and
the
it just
shatter
folds
around
in.
it. Yeah.
It's an awesome scene.
Okay. Is there any sort of latch or lock on for where the chains like attached to like the square pedestal, the square platform?
It looks like they are like sunk into the stone.
I've never seen anything like this before. Chain that can take on
Silence. You hear your brother whisper in a cracked and dry, like a parched voice. Vincent says, "Run. It's you they want, not me."
Vinnie, I can't leave you here.
We're all in trouble if you don't.
Do I see any other door, like other doorways?
Make an investigation check for me.
Could I make a vigilance check to see if I can tell how far away the steps are?
The steps? Oh,
Steps.
like, yeah, the sound of the steps.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll let you make either vigilance or a learning check here.
All right.
I rolled 3 2s.
Oh,
Well, you can't tell where exactly the steps are coming from, but you do notice that the room is getting progressively brighter, piece by piece, bit
Also-
by bit.
I also rolled nothing, so
They're getting louder, which means that they're theoretically
Getting
getting closer
closer.
to you. There is like some small amount of light that is beginning to come through these stained glass windows. You notice the imagery on them. It is strange. It is a circle with I want to say an isosceles triangle. That's the one with all the sides that are the same.
that's
hold on,
equilateral.
I wrote this down.
Yeah.
Isosceles has that are
Isosceles
the
is the
same.
weird
Yeah.
one.
Equilateral has all 3. Yeah.
Equilateral, that's because they're all equal. An equilateral triangle point downwards. That has the point going through the bottom of the circle. and then there is a line through that point.
Okay, point going to the bottom of the circle and a line going through that point.
Oh, do I get to pull a DJ and draw?
Wait a
Pull
sec.
DJ. Pull the
Do
DJ.
it.
Isn't that the symbol? The upside down triangle? Isn't that the symbol for fire?
Fire is a triangle pointed up.
Pointing up. Pointing down with the line.
This
with-
pointing down with the line is Earth.
Okay.
Like this?
Pretty close.
Oh.
Close enough.
DM, does anything happen if I just grab the chains with my bare hands? And just try and...
Something along this.
Oh.
This is a very, very brief sketch.
Interesting.
Except the line that goes through the,
The
triangle
sun.
isn't
It's
there.
the sun setting.
It's that.
Maybe it's the
Yeah,
sun and the
interesting.
earth.
DM,
Yes, DM?
if I just like am just grab the chains with my bare hands and just try and just grab them and rip them apart, does anything happen?
Just Thor. Like.
Let's see. What's his name? Vincent is going to try to resist you. Please roll a contested force.
He's trying to stop me from breaking apart the chains?
He's trying to stop you from reaching out towards the chains. Yes.
Doesn't want you to die.
But I don't want him to die. Okay, force.
Well, somebody's gotta die, so...
Force. Okay.
Sylas, hurry along. We really don't have
Nope.
time.
Well, let me tell you, he also blew it, mainly because he is a weak and feeble person who only got to roll one die. So he's not going to be able to stop you. You see him reach toward your arm, but his hand doesn't even close. Like you're reaching, it just goes. But you reach out and you grab the chain.
Oh no.
Anything happen?
Not immediately, no.
Why would you say it like that?
I kneel down next to Vinnie. And just with tears in his eyes, I just hug him and kiss him on the forehead before standing up and looking around and seeing if there's any other way we can get back out.
Do you try
Unless we really need
to
to go.
break the chain or do anything like that? You do feel as you stand up and you look down, there are indents where your hand rests on the chain.
What?
I want to break free.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I gotta try.
Sylas, what are you doing? We can't waste any more time. We need
I
to
try
leave.
to I grab the chain again and I try and rip out some of the links.
While he's doing that, Aubrey's like, Lucio, Benedict, go try and hide.
Hide now? Why don't you? Could you say something to him? Get him to stop.
I'll try, but you need to hide.
Okay,
Does it look like there's a hiding spot that would fit 3 people?
the water.
There are 3 individual hiding spots that you could utilize.
Oh, Aubrey's gonna hate me. Oh, I grab Aubrey.
No.
Benedict says
Are you
to them,
trying to drag her away?
Yeah.
and Benedict, as they do that, he says, "We're making out of this alive. Go with him, Aubrey." And he's also going to hide.
Can I try to
Yeah.
Can I
If you would
one
like to
die?
resist this, you can use physique force for you.
Contesting force.
Yep.
My 1 dice that I only get by default because I need 1 dice. I got a 6.
4 successes.
Oh shoot! No, come on!
So
I
you-
succeeded on that.
Aubrey,
Sorry.
you are possessed with I am not leaving here. But Lucio is jacked. And even your possessed rage and desire to stay by Sylas's side, cannot contest with the sheer amount of man meat that this guy carries. Where he pretty much just tucks you like under his arm as you are like kicking and punching, and like just like football carries you over to wherever he is trying to go. Out of the places that were able to hide, do you want to hide by like the pillars on the side? Do you want to hide like in the waterway? Do you want to hide? There are also a few, like, it looks like small chests that are like located on the side of the rooms.
Just walk in a chest.
Oh no. Benedict would like to hide somewhere that he could stay in eyesight so he can shoot something if he needs to, like maybe a chest or a pillar. That's closer.
Yeah, some of the chests have like wicker fronts that you would be able to like look through very slightly and kind of see what's going on.
I'll just pull Aubrey back behind a pillar with me.
Everyone, please roll stealth, except for Aubrey. Lucio, you will take a -1 to this roll.
Oh, heck.
DM, what am I rolling to try and rip these chains apart?
These shackles tear like paper under your hands.
Oh, nice.
You just like, you are able to just pry them off.
I do that 4 times
one
over
by
again.
one. It goes. As the last manacle tears and you begin to like help and drag Vincent, 2 doors where previously the hallway that you came from, that hallway is gone, replaced by 2 massive vault doors. They swing open once again soundlessly. All of the doors engineered flawlessly here. A voice booms from the hallway, backlit so it's hard to even see the features of whoever this voice is coming from. Booms across the hall and says, "Mr. Spazio, so glad you could join us. The show was just about to begin, and we couldn't have that without our star guest." His fingers snap. The manacles leap up and latch around your limbs.
Oh no.
No!
Sure. Yeah.
As the figure steps into the hall, Papa. That's where we're going to end this episode.
No!
Thank you, everyone, for stopping by tonight's episode of Between the Rows 1871.
Oh my god. Aubrey is gonna kill you, Lucio. Aubrey is gonna kill you.
At least you'll be alive to do it.
You won't.
That's fine.
Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. I had a lot of fun tonight. Next week is going to be the finale for this season of Between the Rows. Am I right on that one? Episode 5?
It's the finale.
It will be
should
a
be 4
special,
hours.
longer episode, 4 hours runtime. Get ready for it, because you best believe I'm not.
Oh my god.
I hope
The
that you
DM's
had a
left.
great time tonight. Once again, if you haven't seen the original, watch it on YouTube, Spotify, pretty much anywhere else. You can search it and you'll probably find it. Other than that, I think I pretty much only have one thing left to say, which is good luck and Godspeed. We will see you next time,
You're too
Dungeoneers.
good at hurting our souls.